All right. It's been quite a while since I've really done much. Quite a while. I need a drink of water. Okay. Okay, so tonight is pretty substantial, and we're going to be spending a lot of it inside of Visual Studio Code because we're going to be doing a decent amount of scripting, which I have not done on stream for quite some time. So, yeah, this will be an interesting one. I need to find my quest project. There. Last time I posted a stream was November 22nd. A couple weeks ago. Not that long ago, I guess. Felt longer. But anyway, so yeah. I have finished up I have finished I mean I did make these non-solid. Yeah. I'll make them solid again. I have made a lot of progress, and apparently it still says I'm streaming 70s on Twitch. That's nice. There we go. Yeah, so this is when things are gonna get a little complicated. I actually haven't even touched my lore file. I might need to write some lore tonight. But so here's the checklist. All of these are done. I am now working on these last 3 here. Now, level 9 is not a simple... It's not going to be a simple dungeon. And I don't mean that like level 9 is going to be a big complicated dungeon. I mean the mechanics of this dungeon are going to be complicated. So, let's get into it. There's going to be let's see, I don't have my... I actually made a new script file. I split out NPCs, and these are specifically for any FSC script that is specifically used for an NPC. So it just helped me divide things out. My cutscenes file is quite a bit smaller. I mean, that's 1,300 lines, but add 700. Although I think some of them were also in here, so that's also 800. Yeah. So we'll probably be spending some time in here, and I will expose the details, obviously, because I am streaming. The details of level 9 are that... Oh, and I also have notes here. This note has been here for a long time. I put a tilde here because it's an active thing. Okay. So this stream is going to actually be interesting because it's going to be me also trying to collect my thoughts. So, level 9 is going to still be a typical really big complicated dungeon. However, your completion status, well, I shouldn't say completion status, I would say how many side quests you completed up until now will affect... I just realized this isn't on. Will affect interesting. Will affect how the dungeon goes. Now, which side quests are affected have been determined. Shoot, I don't know what I had that on. Whatever. And I mean, like I said, I'm fine exposing it because I already set spoilers here. I also never added the Dorado leader's son. And I'm going to make a note here. Okay. So you will have encountered numerous side quests throughout the game, and it all culminates here. So this is interesting though, because I want you to be able to finish my quests with minimal talking to NPCs. And I'm thinking even talking to I don't know if I want talking to Zelda here and the whole Goddess Faithful. I want it to be required to some degree, because I want you to be forced to talk to them enough to know that they exist and to hopefully make you intrigued enough to want to do more with them. But you don't need to. So there's 6 NPCs in here that will appear new to you guys. You got this guy down here, this guy here, this guy here. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then this guy here 4, and then you have 5, 6. You have 6 new NPCs here, and they are the same. So like this one should look obvious here. This is a Dorado Elder. This is a guy that you help in Caruum. This is a guy you help in Conflatos. And then these are actually this is the soldier, or actually no, this is the soldier you helped in level 2. This is the soldier you helped to get out of the Sea's Guard Tower. And this is the Hylian general that at the very beginning of the quest gave you spin attack. So I did pick sort of, not really at random. I don't have that many side quests yet. Which side quests basically turn into something that impacts this. And the idea is, okay, sorry, this is going to be a lot of me like backtracking in my head because I need to figure this out myself. And I do want to get some music playing because otherwise this is just dead silence. Music helps me think sometimes. I listen to music a lot at work, so this is why I like to. I actually want to listen to level 7's theme. There. That works. Okay. Here. So you only will deal with the goddess. So let's look at this from the perspective of, and I want to go through these perspectives because that's going to help me figure out how I want to like program this, because it's going to be probably a decent amount of code. For the player who doesn't talk to a lot of people, NPCs, they'll enter here. They'll have to enter here. Wait. So you get taken to Southwestern Tyrannus after level 3. And you're sort of left to your own devices. You don't even need to go to Cello Village. You don't even need to go over here to go into level 4. However, to get into level 5, interesting. I hadn't really thought about this. To get into the area that level 5 exists, you need to talk to Zelda. You actually have to. Do I want to change that? I don't think so. Like I said, I want you to be forced to interact with the Goddess Faithful just enough that you know that they exist. Because then, think about it. For the player that doesn't like talking to NPCs, they won't be able to get into level 5's area. Hopefully they'll think to come back here, or at least, you know, do something. They won't be soft locked. It's literally just talk to someone. Like, I'm actually kind of curious. Let's run a quick test here. So let's assume we didn't even enter. Oh, I also improved these towers, these structures. So like even level 4 looks better. My wife's been helping me with color stuff, and I didn't realize so much of the C set was purple when I wanted gray. Okay, so I just beat level 4, which means next would be level 5, but obviously I can't get into level... Oh! Interesting. Let me guess. No? Maybe this doesn't mention secrets that link. Setting secrets in the boss room of level 4 transfer secrets to the screen, I bet. Yeah, it did. Map 20, screen 69. Interesting. So now what does the Elder here say then? Because the Elder mentions, oh, you're the person Zelda talked to, whatever. That's not necessarily valid. Because you may never have talked to Zelda. I mean, I kind of like the idea that you need to go to Zelda. Imagine I'm gonna rewrite NPCs from scratch along with hints for your quest. Wait, imagine having to rewrite NPCs from scratch along with hints for all your quests. Interesting. Yeah, hey yokels. So there would need to be something with... I don't think Zelda's in here because that is technically a cutscene and less of just an NPC. Yeah. Because technically... I mean, she's setting screen Ds when you talk to her. So if not even screen D 0 was set, you know you've never been in here. That sounds miserable, honestly. Depending on how your scripts are. That might not be a bad thing, depending on how your scripts are. Whoops. Well, yeah, that closed. I wanted to close everything here, actually. Oh, yeah, I commented this out. I commented out but didn't delete it because I didn't know if I'd still need it. I wanted to see if stuff broke. Well, clearly nothing's broke because I haven't had to worry about it, so yeah. I might just check if... So this is literally just... Why is this passed into there? Why am I passing the FFC in? That's a remnant. I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, I'm like, all these functions should be the exact same, so I don't know. I didn't know why that was being passed in. I also rewrote all of Zelda's dialogue. There was a whole thing in my quest where Zelda lost her memory, and there was going to be a whole like Zelda arc, but I ended up scrapping it just because it didn't... It didn't sit well with me, so... It was going to be a whole thing of Zelda lost her memory when the Leviathan took him out and landed on Antiritus. And progressively, Zelda was going to be more... Like, I'm okay revealing this because it's no longer going to be a thing, but this was going to be a thing. and it's actually in my some of my notes. So if you really want to know more, you can look at my GitHub repo. But Zelda lost her memory, and the idea is when she landed on the island, the necromancer got to her before anyone else did, and there was a thing that happened. I don't even think I fleshed it out, but basically she would slowly get more and more under his control as the game went on. So like coming back and talking to her, she would progressively get more distant and less friendly towards Link, and eventually you'd have to fight her something. I don't even know what all I was gonna do. I don't remember. But I scrapped that. Zelda no longer lost her memory. So I literally had this actually just happened, I think, yesterday. Yeah, each of these functions has various dialogue. I rewrote everything, and it's actually up to date. Zelda doesn't lose her memory. She knows who you are. And it's no longer about helping the island. Like, obviously it's about helping people, but the main focus now of the Goddess Faithful isn't just helping people. It's ridding the island of the Necromancer's chaos, which isn't like a special abstract thing. It's literally like, hey, this guy's causing problems on the island. Let's and like these undead things are coming up. These ancient monsters are being reawakened. Just stop the chaos. You know, that's all it is. Because the Goddess Faithful's ultimate goal is to stop the Necromancer, same as Link. And their first major step in stopping the Necromancer is attacking the castle, take control of the castle. Obviously, that would be the final goal if they would kill the stop the Necromancer, whatever that may be. But okay, I guess I'll phrase it that way. Their ultimate goal is to eventually have a siege on the castle in Tyrannus, which is where the Necromancer is holding up. But to do that, they need to clear the chaos around Tyrannus to weaken his powers, to weaken his influence, which is what you're doing as the player. You're going through dungeons, beating bosses, and you're weakening his influence. I forgot how I got on that train when we were talking about the Palace Elder. So I would honestly say, if this screen, apparently screen D1, what is screen D0 used for? Screen D0 is used here, and yet screen D1 is used here. So instead of going 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, I went 1, 0, 2, 3. That's so strange. This is a very old script, so I'm not really surprised that there's some oddities. So honestly, if screen D specifically... So this is beat level 4, but you didn't beat level 5. This is beat level 5, but didn't get the giant bomb. So if you didn't set screen D1, Palace Elder needs to say something different. I need to know what his dialogue is to know what to change. So we're talking about 426, 428. Oops, that's not right. This is string editor on my laptop. God dang it. My little shortcuts are different from my laptop to my PC. See right here, I'm sure Zelda told you a little bit about what has become of our village. Honestly, you know what? I'm okay with him saying that. First of all, how do you know that how would he know that Zelda didn't talk to Link? Link's also mute, so you know. I kid, of course, but not really. But it also tells you that I'm actually fine with it. I'm actually fine with it. Okay, so anyway, back to what we're actually trying to deal with here. So, oh hey Soma. Started posting videos of my new quest double public if you're interested. Okay. You ready for level 9? Yeah, I was just going over how of all the demo 6 content here, all of this is done. I'm now working on this, and with any luck, tonight I will be done with. I'll at least be like working on the actual dungeon of level 9 because there's going to be some logic here I need to script out. Screen D0 is cursing your experience. I use it all the time, and I've not really had any issues. Hey Tablet Pillow, how you doing? Great to see you. Okay, anyway, so we actually want to look here. So Upon entering this screen, what triggers this... Oh, no, wait. Okay, well, what I was looking at is, to get into level 5, you don't need to talk to Zelda. To get into level 6... you technically still don't need to talk to the Faithful. Because you'll just have the hook shot, and you'll be able to go through the Sumus Pass up here. But what happens if you just... Ooh, hang on. What happens if you don't talk to Mr. Bomb Dude? In fact, I don't know why I'm zipping off. Let's just find out directly. Where's Mr. Bomb Man? There's Bomb Man. Okay, signpost trigger from item. What is 52? That's my item editor. Actually, no, it's not. I'm just being stupid. Okay, so he triggers on the hook shot. Also, the music for Ari Desert's actually nice. I prefer Sumus passes. Yeah, you have a star. You're a member. You get singled out as being special. Anyway, I'm sort of just tracking if you don't talk to the Goddess Faithful, what... Because I need to make sure you can actually get, you know, into level 9, even if you don't talk to the Faithful. So you can do this without talking to Zelda. Which means you get giant bombs without talking to Zelda, which means you could get into Northwest Interior just without talking to Zelda, which means you could get into level 7 without talking... Okay, so it's fair to say you could literally beat levels all the way up to beating level 8 without even talking to Zelda or knowing where she is. You'd be kind of insane. I mean, if you want to speedrun it, sure. But, you know... not that talking to her takes much time, but besides the point... So that means you still need to be able to enter here. Well, specifically, enter here, here, and up here. Because the idea is, the rough idea I had, and there's even a note here, Siege on the Necromancer's Castle starts with this cave. As you go through level 9, you unlock shortcuts leading to the main entrance. I think that was actually referring to the... No, that can't be referring to these. Actually, no, it is referring to these, yeah. Interesting. Okay. I'm just curious how I'm going to link that. I guess underground, right? Yeah. But technically, this is the entrance to level 9 right here. And I like how it's an unassuming cave. So, you need to be able to enter that cave without anything Goddess Faithful related. Which is, okay, that's actually fine. It's actually fine. But that means the scripts that I have... So I guess, okay. Huge spoilers in case the, you know, title of... Actually, I don't say spoilers anymore, but you guys know the drill. Level 9, at least a subsection of it, is going to become a sort of hub. So after beating level 9, you'll be able to just simply walk up here, up to the castle entrance here, and it'll be sort of a hub with shops. Zelda's going to be there, all of that. Apparently the music for Sumus Pass just doesn't loop, or I didn't trim the end of... Oh, I just didn't trim it. Yeah, I need... Well, actually, I can't trim... I shouldn't trim it now. I should actually set proper loops. So, it becomes a hub. Should that become a hub... Okay, it will become a hub whether or not you've talked to Zelda. Because regardless of you talking to Zelda, her plans to stop the Necromancer are unchanged. The Goddess Faithful are still operating even if you don't talk to them. Okay. So... I think what I'll do... Okay, so then this is... See, this is good. I'm talking through it because it's actually getting less and less complex in my head. So I think what I'm going to start with tonight is I'm going to start writing the cutscene. So if you're not particularly interested in coding, this stream may not be for you because there will be a decent bit of it. I'm going to write a cutscene here, which is going to be a continuation of good old Zelda here. And I even started it here. Zelda initiates the siege. So 1244. Wonderful job of so she's gonna say that. And then I'm gonna have FFCs now move in, or just combos. I also like I was doing const ints. That shows how old the script is. I mean, this isn't old, but I just copied and pasted it. Okay, so I'm gonna actually have this guy over here because I need... Yeah, okay. So we're gonna do Hylian General combo. And I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. I don't really need to take that whole thing. This is sufficient. What is your combo, dude? 5507. And then we're gonna have config. Soldier, you helped in level 2. Service soldier, which is what I've been referring to him this whole game. He's 5523. Config. The next NPC you would have encountered is seized tower guard. Let me make sure I'm correct. No, this is the seized tower guard. 1256. Dang it. Yes. You actually seized tower guard. God, I'm sick of using a Mac for work because it makes me lose my muscle memory. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. It's actually this guy. Anyway. 5523. Oh, it's the same combo. Alright, so that didn't make any difference. So who's next? It would have been Zora. Config, Karulum, Zora. So Karulum Zora uses 5809. Next would be Goron, Elder of Dorado, which is going to be 5818. And you know what's funny? His hair also needs a combo. Well, it would be -4, so it'd be 58, 14, right? Yeah. The things I do for making things look good. Grabbing a Goron's hair. Conflatos nephew. What's this dude? 5850. Okay. So we've documented all of the NPCs that are relevant here. And it's been a while since I've actually like really written. And I'm probably actually going to leave this note here. This is useful information. So, actually writing a cutscene here. And actually, I know a better song to listen to while I write this. Okay. Thought I would actually get to find it. It took me to the Terra Necromancy old folder. Good lord. What the heck? The reason I'm pulling up this song is because... Where is it? Apparently it's working on it. Okay. Might be very loud. Or nothing's gonna happen. Come on, load the file. Playing double. Okay. The reason I'm playing this is because this is going to be playing while in level 9. I've wanted this song in my quest for a very long time, and I knew it was going to be for level 9. Probably since like Demo 3. I've known for a very long time. Okay. I haven't written a cutscene in a very long time, so this is going to be real fun. And you guys are... I don't know if I've actually written a cutscene on stream, so you're going to see all the trial and error crap that I go through. And also me remembering how to script things. So, play some music here. Or wait. Okay, so we're gonna load... Which technically I do already. Beat level 8. I don't even... Oops. Yep, see, I did Windows C because that's what it is on Mac. Oh yeah, beating that actually initiates the whole thing. Interesting. It also occurred to me that you're waiting for talking too, which means none of this is going to happen until you talk to her, which works in most cases, except the siege. Actually, no, that works out fine because you talk to her. Okay, so we're gonna do cut the music. I don't know, maybe 2 seconds. So if you're talking to Zelda, you're standing in any of these, like, this spot, or this spot. Hopefully not there. Oh, no. I don't need to figure that out. Because otherwise you'd just walk right through Zelda, which would be a little rude. But anyway, you know, refinement phase. Minus equals... just minus equals 1. So basically, Link's gonna walk down for 2 seconds, which would be every frame. I don't know why I put so many spaces. This is just Link walking down. So he's gonna go down 120 pixels, which is actually very far. How about this? Well, it's less then 16, so it's 16, 32, 48, 16, 32, 48, 64, 80. God dang it. Okay, this is going to be easier if I do it this way. So it's 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, 112, 128. I mean, that's fine. Well, it's less than or equal to 128. Have them keep going down. And then we're going to do if hero X is greater than... Because I want Link to be standing right here. So 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, 112. So if it's greater than 112, hero X. So if it's greater than 112, so he's on the right side. So he talked to Zelda from the right side. So then subtract minus equals 1. Else if hero X is less than 112. So we're excluding 112 on both ranges, which is good. Because if you somehow talk to Zelda perfectly on this tile, on this pixel, you'll just walk straight down. No modifications on your X. So this will be while now I believe my function was called no action. Let's disable link. Okay. I think there's a better way to do this, but it is what it is. So we're going to do this. We're just going to disable link, and we actually need to disable him here too. I don't think there's really much sense in disabling him there, because that's going to be... You'll be able to move 1 pixel. Have fun. Okay. So we're going to actually... For testing's sake, we're just gonna throw this here because I don't want to have to run the level 8, kill all enemies in the boss room, and run back every time. That's just gonna be miserable. So then what's going on here is in oh God, I hate VS Code sometimes. In IntelliJ, it'll automatically move your cursor. It does not do that here. Why? Wait, why am I doing it this way? And this also needs to be greater than... Oh, no, wait. Yeah, it'd be less than. I'm being stupid. Okay. Okay, we're gonna see what happens, because Link will automatically just start walking. Well, this will actually be a good test, because he's way off to the right. Uh-oh. I got my positives and negatives mixed up, clearly. This needs to be plus. You know what's also funny? He's still progressively trying to be moved, but there's a wall there, so... Or actually, no. I don't know why. He should just keep moving. Okay. So, I mean... Uh-oh. Alright, ZC Crat. It got stuck. Okay, I don't know why it got stuck. Oh, because nothing breaks you out of this loop, and I don't even do a wayframe. Yeah, like I said, I shouldn't have added that. Yeah, no wayframe, yeah. Okay. Cut the music. He faces up. Wait 60 seconds. We're gonna play some music. Okay, so now is when we're gonna start having our people come in. So I need a... I honestly just need one example. Yeah. Okay. So layer, I'll just draw them a layer 1. Maybe 2, just to be safe. So it's XY combo. So the idea is that they're all gonna walk in sequentially. So this is gonna take a bit. So the X's are gonna be the same. It's not going to be 112, so I would need to minus 16, add 16. So that'd be 96. So we would have a bunch of 96s. I'm honestly just going to imagine that they're all at their positions and then just apply a modifier. So 176, 192, because they're just off screen. Minus offset. Each NPC is going to need their own... Okay, so the Y... each one's going to need their own X and Y offset. Because I'm going to have them go in different places in the room. Because, like, one might go here, one might go here, one might go here, one might go here. I don't know. I'm going to need to find places for each of these guys. Like, I could honestly, like, move these guys around. Just give them more... And they're all actually solid FFCs. How you doing, Emily? I don't know if I said that. Yeah, so each of them is going to need their own offset. And different directions. Okay. So I think I'm gonna... What if I did a switch? And the switch would be whatever the current... I'd put all these in an array. Because I could put all the combos in an array. And then basically repeatedly loop through said array. To handle moving all of them. Because I could do like... How do you do arrays here? NPC array. And it would basically be each of these. Okay, it seems happy, so I must be doing the right way. I'm not doing his hair. His hair moves with him. So I will be repeatedly moving that, and then I'll do an int NPC array index. So then each iteration, and I might even do a function here. Okay. So let me just drop that in there. And this is simply going to be move NPC. And it's going to take the combo. No, the whole point of the switch was going to be for each NPC they need to move, but they're moving to a different place with different conditions. So move NPC as a function doesn't really make sense. And I kind of want this to be code blocked because it's going to actually get kind of big. So like maybe let's do each of these individually. So the Hylian general. So his okay, so we also need another index. Int move MPC offset, sure. It's always going to be 1. It's no, it's not always going to be 1. But it's fine. Cuz basically each iteration here move NPC offset is going to get added, and that's what's going to actually move these NPCs. Symphony of the Night entrance theme. This is Dracula's castle. So I can do this is also the first like cutscene script that I will have written since I've like actually gotten some good experience with ZC scripting. Whoops. So I know some nicer tricks. Like for instance, I know how to use bitmaps. Not that that's going to be relevant here, but I don't know. I say that because I've looked back at my old scripts, and it's like, good lord, I could have done things so much nicer. So I'm thinking, so 96, so that means he's here. And every other one, so then, so just to double check that I'm correct in my math, 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96. Okay. And then 112 and then 128. So this will be oh wait, nah, I'm being dumb. It's 128. Okay. So offset, Okay, so this basically means every NPC is going to just move 1 pixel every frame. But they're all going to start at different positions, and they're all going to end at different positions. And honestly, how I'm doing a minus on these, some of them won't be minuses. So that's what I need to figure out now. So, start with the Hylian General. So 96. Oh, I was actually wrong. No, I'm not wrong. Those are the X's. I'm stupid. So 192, 192. And then I'm going to add 16, so that'd be 208. Imagine they're all in line off screen, basically. 124 or 224. And actually, I could give them a little bit of a buffer, too. Like a 4 pixel buffer. So go 12. Go 12. And this needs to be 8. So that'd be 32. Because I don't think they'd want to stand right up against each other. That'd be a little strange since they don't really know each other. Anyway, that's getting a little meta. So minus, that means this guy's going up left. I'm actually going to have, so we're going to have this basic offset. So we're going to have this basic offset. But then based on where each of these guys are located, I'm going to create another offset off of these, and that'll be the modifier. So basically what that means is X and Y, these are like, I might as well make these constants, because I don't want these to ever change. But the modifier in here might change, because what if the Hylian General gets to his Y position before his X? I don't want to keep moving him in the X direction, so I'll modify it to 0 so that he stops moving in the X. So I'm thinking Hylian General starts here, right? I'm thinking he's gonna go up maybe to like here and then go in the corner. Let's just be super basic. So 16, 32, 48, 64, 80. So if... Oh. I need to track each of their positions. Huh. Huh. This is getting really complicated. But this is a complicated cutscene, so whatever. It's funny because if... You know what'd be funny? I could technically make them enemies. NPCs. Or, not enemies. They would literally... Oh, they'd literally be NPCs. Because then they would... I don't need to keep track of their X and Y. They would just have X and Ys that I know about. But then I need to set them up in the enemy editor, wouldn't I? Not that that would be the worst thing. I wonder if that would be easier, honestly. Because, like, I could literally... Because, like... Let's just say this is the Hylian General, sure. No. Keeping track of their X and Y is... I'm making it seem like it's super complicated. It's literally a matter of just int Hylian General X equals 96. Y equals 192. And then as his position changes, I just modify that. It's just a lot of variables, basically. It's not complicated by any means. Shoot. I like how I'm calling him Dorado Goron when he's specifically the Elder, but that's beside the point. Conflatos' nephew. $96, $192. I'm gonna create some spaces here because this is just not good on my eyes to understand. So then Service Soldier is 128, 192. Then it's 96, 112 or 212. And then it's 128, 212, 96, 232, 128, 232. Okay. I don't think I need any more like setup here. I think this is probably good. Because now it's simply going to be if Hylian General's Y position, once it hits, let's say if it's equal to or greater than, just in case, I don't know, if some weird solar flare hits and he gets 1 pixel above, he won't go up for infinity. If his Y hits, and I forgot, 16, 32, 48, 64, 1, 64, 80. If it hits 80, then and basically in here, we're going to do basically this. God dang it. Freaking Mac keyboard shortcuts. I shouldn't do this way, because I would just call this like X off, Y off, just super basic. Yeah, I'll need to do this in all of these because they're all going to have some offsets. So the general's going to I'll need to do an X check, but we're doing the Y check right now. Actually, I'll do the X check first. It makes logically more sense since that'll happen first. Because he's already at his proper X position. I don't want him going like this. He's going to go up and then straight. So if Hylian General X is equivalent to 96. He should never not be 96, at least off the bat. Then X off equals 0. And then I'll just handle all of this then. Else if Hylian General X. Well, wait. Let's just actually keep that like that. So when his Y hits greater than 80, then X off equals -1. Y off equals 0. And then basically this is just always going to be X off and Y off. So honestly, I did that badly. Shoot. I could have done multiple cursors better, but oh well. Okay, so just make sure so I don't lose my mind when something doesn't move the right way. X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. Okay. So and okay, well now I'm wondering if these are even needed. Oh, yeah. So they won't be set to equal, set to 1. It would be set to this. So it's actually going to be this if actually is nonsense. So okay, here's how this is gonna work. Okay, so if Hylian general Y, I don't know why I thought this would work. If it's greater than or equal to 0 or 80, geez. So if he's down here, his X offset -1 becomes 0, and then this becomes negative. Wait. I guess it would just be Y off, negative Y off. Because then the Y is going to constantly go up. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I want it moving up, so it's going to be negative. But then once he hits, it's only going to be an else, because then once he hits, I'll say greater than 80, because then the frame that he hits 80, he should be standing perfectly on this tile. Then I want his X off equals negative. Oh, shoot. He's going to suddenly fly to the left, because by the time you get up there, X off is probably already going to be over 100. He'll just suddenly shoot off. Well, that's fine. That's why I made this custom. So he'll just simply go one pixel to the left. And these should all be these should all be plus, so we don't have any weird math stuff going on. Because it's going to be +1 at all times unless some modifier. Okay, so while he's on the bottom half of the screen, he won't move his X, but his Y will continue moving upward. Or wait. Yeah, right here. Yeah. But then once he gets above that, I need him to only move left, which means his Y won't change. Right? Because that gets incremented each time. Well, wait. So then I need to set Y off to 0 here. Basically the invert of the top. And then I'm actually going to wrap this in an else, because if Hylian general X is equivalent to 1632, if it's equivalent to 32, and I And this is one of the reasons why I did a switch. Switches are awesome. If his Y is equivalent to 16, 32, 64, 80. Wait, 16, 32, 48, 64, 80. If it's equal to 80, break. He's done moving. Don't move him anymore. Oh. Well, don't break. I think that's just simply X off equals 0, Y off equals 0. He's just simply done moving. So this is all I need to do for each of these NPCs. I'm a little scared. Oh. Variable X offset. Apparently I'm trying to change it. 1525. Oh. Yeah, well, that would be an issue, wouldn't it? I've written a lot of code. Let's see what explodes. I've written a lot of code without testing, I mean. She talks. Link just doesn't move his feet. Huh. That's a lot of nothing. Hang on, what did I do wrong here? Yeah, that's fine. He's less than or equal to 128. Oh, you know, there is one big logical issue I didn't do here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It equals 5. Set it back. Because this is going to loop indefinitely. Continuously incrementing that. Okay. In case I have like an array out of bounds issue. Huh. So for the first iteration, index is 0. Oh my god, I did the combos. Blech. They're the indexes, genius. Not the combos. So it was just not going into any case within. So now we actually will start seeing something happen. Right? Something's going to start happening? Oh, he's flashing and spinning. And bye. Okay. Alright, well, that was neat. That was interesting. Oh. I know why he's spinning. Because he's the eyeball combo. Yeah, that's not right. That's a combo issue up here. I could just fix that some other time. Why did he just keep going up indefinitely? I think he went up in the right place. Then his X offset becomes 0. Is he never actually hitting 80? If it's greater than 80. No, that means he hits 80. Because at 79, he'll still go up. It also occurred to me, it's only ever going to draw each of them individually. I mean, crap. That's a big issue. So every frame they all need to get drawn, and that's not the way I'm doing it. Oh, hang on. I don't need to do it that way. So it's only going to wait a frame every iteration. So basically this should solve him like flashing in and out of existence. No, bye. Okay, he moved real quick. What the heck was that? Why is he moving so fast? Oh. Because of the way I did this now, I think it needs to be like that. Okay, it still doesn't explain why when he gets to 80, his offset just doesn't work. Oh, because his X is 0. Genius. If I want him to move left, make him move left. Hopefully he doesn't fly. Uh-huh. Also, I thought I moved these guys. I don't know what happened about that. I don't know. I'll put Mr. Goron over here. Feels weird to move these NPCs. Jeez. All right. He just decided not to do anything, so that's fun. So they're 1. So if it's greater than 80, oh, I'm just straight up stupid, aren't I? So he's not at the right position. He's hit 80. Then that means... Oh, I did do this. I don't understand. Why is he not moving? Did I not compile? Technically, I believe it compiles every time I hit save, so... Oh! Bye! Why? Why does he just go by? So stupid. while he's greater than 80. Then he becomes less than 80. General Y. X offset, Y offset. It's just, he's apparently never hitting that. So maybe I'm not updating this right? I'm never updating his position. Oh my god. I hate how stupid I am sometimes. Jeez. So basically that just means Hylian general plus equals X off. And then just duplicate this and then make these Y's. There we go. Maybe I should actually modify his position, since that's kind of what it's based off of, so yeah. Yeah, I'll just need to have him change his combo properly. Okay, now you're just straight up not doing anything? Explain. Hang on, wait, I'm overcomplicating this. At this point, I have the X and Y's. Just make this be Hylian general X. Hylian general Y. I mean, at that point, then what's the point of the X and Y offset? What's the point of the NPC move X and Y offset? Like, why do I do any of this? Because, like, in this situation, I would just, like, not do anything. In this situation, hang on, yeah, we're gonna make this better. Why did that happen? So, if his Y has hit that, then this gets -1. And I just don't do anything to his Y. Else, then I move his Y. Else, he needs to move up. What's continue? I forget what continue is. Or, like, just continue on with the... Well, actually, it would just be break. Yeah, so I don't need to mess with any of this nonsense. Oops. Because I have their X and Y's. So if he's hit his position break, so just stop. Oh, but I can't break though. Yeah, break would break out of the switch, which is a problem because then it wouldn't draw the combo. Continue would go to the top of the loop. It would just go to the top of the loop. I mean, that's what I want. Oh, but would it still execute the code below? Like, would it still increment my NPC array index? Because basically, it's if he's hit that... Okay, it doesn't. Because basically, if he hits his position, I just don't want to modify his position. I just don't want to do... I want this to be an empty if, virtually. I guess that's... Oh, really? Oh. So basically this would be if this is true, then that just ends this logic. Then it just continues on. That's actually super neat. Huh. I'm gonna make a note just in case I'm like, what the heck's going on here? That's really cool, actually. I feel like I've done that on accident before. Okay, so if he hits his position, do nothing, then draw his combo. It's effectively a statement. Ah, okay. So if his Y, if he's on the bottom half of the screen, basically, then why did I make it his X? So move his Y. Oh, that's why I did that. Because now it's only ever going to move him one. Oh, you're saying do this. I see. I see. Now I see why I had the overall... Oh, well, I'll still have these offsets. Oh, wait, no, I'm being dumb. I'm modifying the root, like, position. I'm... God. Okay. Honestly, the fact that it looks like that makes it more clear to me what's going on. So if he's on the bottom half, move him up. So he's not in his position. So we know he's not in his position. So if he's too low, move him up. Otherwise, he's not too low, move him left. Okay. Please, please, please. Go in an upside down L shape, not just up for infinity. Once I could get one working... Okay, well, this is nice. So he's at that position. Don't go in there. It's 0. He's not at these positions. You should just do that. Because each iteration of the loop is just simply... And then every 5 iterations, it'll reset to 0 and continue on. These variables actually mean nothing now. And then do the wait frame so that there actually is a wait frame in this loop. Why is he not moving? Did I compile? Should definitely still be doing something. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. I don't understand. So let's actually properly trace this. So this is 0, 0, 0. Neither of those are going to be true. So he's going to be progressively reducing his y, x and y. Well. Oh wait, I can actually trace that here. Oh my god. Gotta be freaking... Well, no. Wait, no. It's not in the loop. Shoot, my bad. I thought I had this in the loop and it was like resetting it back to where it was. So what's... Okay. Now I know it's I know where to look for this problem. So idling general X. There. Minus equals. But then it's not mutated. His X and Y position are not mutated. Why is it never changing? Shut up, everyone. Yo. It's only been like an hour. Well, probably technically like 30 minutes. But we have one NPC who actually parks his butt in his proper spot. All right, well, at least now I now have a way of doing it now. So I've just finished the hard part. Now it gets easy. Now it gets easy because now I have a working example. I need the next one. All right, here we go. We're actually making progress. Friggin' finally. Okay. So now we got the service soldier. So we know Mr. Man is there now. Okay. So he's there. Let's put service soldier like maybe in front of this here rope. Because he's already on the right side. I think the three that come up here should go over here, and the three that come up here should be over here somewhere. So, like, maybe... let's shoot. Let's get rid of that rope. What? Okay, why didn't it select the first time? Okay, so I'll put service soldier here, some other dude here, and then maybe park one guy, like, right here. So I'll move him up so it looks a little bit better. So I'm imagining one here, one here, one here. That's three. And then one here, one here, one here, maybe? Yeah, I think that works. They technically don't need to be gridlocked because I'm manually moving them, but whatever. Okay, so Service Soldier X. So just to be clear, you are starting... on the right side at the same depth as other Mr. Mans. So let's do if... Honestly, I'm just going to straight up copy this because I'm sure most of this logic's going to be identical. Because think about it. I set where I want them to be. So let's see. I want them to be, let's say, here. So I want his X to be 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96. So I want him to get to 96. I'm wrong. 96. And I want his X to be... so 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, 112, 128, 144, 160... 186. So I want him to get to 186. And then basically it's if his Y is greater than 96, because I know that's the Y I want him to be. Yeah, I mean that's literally it. I don't really know what else I would need to modify. So this really is copy and pasteable. Well, I shouldn't have said that until I actually got to see. Oh, okay, bye. What? God freaking dang it. I just made a move real fast. I hope it's at least mildly entertaining to see my NPCs just zip across the screen meaninglessly. Why? What did I not? Oh. It's greater than move is Y up. Let's make that a plus. Why is it so fast though? Good lord. He's still like doubled in speed. At least he parked himself in a spot. That's good. Yeah, dude, why are you so fast? And why do they look exactly the same too? Is that C-set? No, or is that? I don't know what that is actually. Apparently it's highly in general combo for everything. Oh boy, problems. Yeah, I'll just do it this way. I'm sorry about that. Had to step away unexpectedly for a little bit. So I got to seize guard tower, dude. Now we have Karulam Zora. Dorado Goron. Conflato's nephew. Dorado Goron gets his hair, because obviously that's necessary. 16. Alright. Where were we at? Well, it comes in real quick, so that means something's still not right. I also want Link's position. What would I say, like 2 combos? Yeah, I'd say 2 combos, so 32. So why is he moving so fast? I mean, it seems good, except that he's going so fast. Oh, I might as well have at least just kept that change. Or, like, put that change in. There was, like, a shadow underneath him. I'm not understanding why he's moving so fast. But I guess I could do the next guy. He's not even stopping. He's like 8 pixels off. Did I do math wrong? So it'd be 256. This is 256. So minus, so 240. 224. 208. 292. 278. Yeah. Or 178. Still doesn't explain why he's moving so fast. Yeah, there's like a shadow underneath him. What the heck? I don't get that, but let's not fixate on that right now. Technically, it works. So now we have the seized tower. He's going to be the easiest one because I'm literally going to copy, or I mean, I'm going to have him just go here. He's going to be good. He's going to be good. The only thing now is I need to modify. Yeah, they're all updated. So 16, 32, yeah, so 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, 112, 128, 144. $176, so 160, 154, 138. There. We're doing all the soldiers first, apparently. Apparently I messed up your Y by 8. If anything, I thought I would have messed up the X. Oh, okay. I apparently did the wrong one. What? I don't even know what I messed up at this point. It looked like I just changed the second soldier. And his Y needs to go up a little bit. By 8. So subtract 8. That'd be... Oh, shoot. It's because of this. Okay, glad to see absolutely nothing changed. I don't get it. I moved him up. I don't understand why that would have changed literally nothing. I'm so confused. This is incorrect. Like, this is wrong math. That Y is not 80. The height is 176. He's literally not changing. Why would that affect it? This is really bothering me. There's something really weird going on, and I'm missing it. I mean, technically this shouldn't affect anything. I just felt that looked better. Why am I using an array? That's just how I felt would be the easiest way to perform this kind of logic. Because I have 5 combos that each need to move at the same rate to different positions. Yeah. I'm not using the index, the array index. The rate. Yes, they are hard-coded. I don't understand what the issue is. The index is simply what iterates through each of the combos within the array so that they all get drawn. Yes. Yes, I am. And I want them all moving simultaneously. Oh, I see what you're saying. The array is not actually doing anything. I mean, I suppose, yeah, I could just get rid of that and then just do... Wait. So... Well, okay. So I guess what I didn't realize is since I've changed how I'm controlling the X and Y's, I technically don't need the switch. Yes, you are right. Now that I'm not, because I was going to have an overall X and Y that was sort of omnipresent, and I abandoned that. So doing it that way is actually just not necessary anymore. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was a fair point. So I'd imagine this will virtually not change anything. It should still behave the same. If not, hopefully fix the speed issue. Oh, it actually fixed the speed issue. All right. That somehow fixed the speed issue. I don't know. I don't know why the bottom soldier's Y is not correct. Yeah, I don't... The speed was kind of driving me mad. So I'm having him go to 96. How is that 96? He's stopping at 96, supposedly. Is that accurate? 16, 32, 48... 64, 80, 96, 112, 128. So it should actually be 128. Why are you attacking on a -8? Oh! There is an extra 8. There is an extra 8. Okay. He's a half combo off because... Well, no. No. Well, first of all, it should be 128, but I don't know why 96 is putting him there then. He should be way higher. I don't know why he's a half combo off. Hang on, what is going on here? There's Highland General Service Soldier Seas Guard. Why did what I did? Why did that just mess up? Seas Guard. Was I? No, I modified the 96s. Because this guy is supposed to be up here, and this guy is supposed to be here. So modifying this guard's code modified where this guard went. Yeah, that should not have changed one of the other guys. Yeah, on the right wall, exactly. And I copied and pasted, so... I'm thinking of them backwards. Is he? Granted, it doesn't help that their C-sets are different. Oh, interesting. Yeah, this is the one that would need to be the 128. I don't know how I did that. Because in my head, I went from guy in the far left, guy in the far right, guy in the bottom right. I don't know how I did that in my head. Alright, well. Oh. Hang on. I think I know what went wrong here. So this was ultimately a copy paste issue. So yes, correct. This is the guard that should be. Yeah, wow, how did I not notice that? Because I have them alternating. Hylian Generals on the left, Service Soldiers on the right, Seas Guard is on the left. So technically, I'm putting them in an invalid position based on my logic, because I want the NPCs that come up on the left side to be on the left side of the room. The ones that come up on the right side of the room. I've been trying to put one on the left side of the room on the right side of the room. Now, that's not the direct issue that I've encountering here. It's just the fact that I've mixed up who I'm modifying as I've modified it. So Service Soldier. Yeah, I don't know how I did this. Jeez. Because you need to go here. And then, yeah, you'd be 96. Let's just comment... No. Let's just comment this guy out. Because he's just a copy-paste blunder. Okay. Just got my NPCs all messed up. There was also supposed to be a delay there. Interesting. Why do they come in at the same... Oh, they would come in at the same time. Yeah, at the same time. I might offset that by 16. It's like minus this by... add 16. So this will be like 208. Oh, wait. Hang on. No, yeah, that's what I want. So I want 192. Is she just running crazy? Nice. So each one of these guys will go down a combo. So 192, 208. So then this will be 224. Then this will be 240. Then 256. Okay. Once I get these two guys good, then I'm just going to try to hammer out all of them. There we go. That staggering looks really neat. Okay. So, C's guard tower is on the right side. Left. No, I'm sorry. Left side. I'm being stupid again. Yes, clearly left side because he's 96. Okay, so left side, that guard's going there. Ooh. Yeah, this one's going to get a little complicated. So I want him to go to probably... Let's actually... Let's put him up here. So then the X will be 1632, 48. So he's going to go to 48, and his Y is going to be 1632. But now this is going to get interesting. So his Y is 1632, 48, 64. Let's not have him be rude and walk into people. And then this will be minus. Yeah, my issue was I didn't make that minus, so I thought he was an NPC that's supposed to go on the right side, but he was not. So then I need to do else if... Let's do else if his Y... So now I did 64, right? So 16, 32, 48, 64. So now he's here. And then this way. Okay, no. So the way I'll do this is... If his X hits, well, if it hits 48, oh shoot. This would be less than, no, greater than 48. Then I want his Y to be this. So he's gonna go up. And he's gonna go up once he, so as he's doing it, he's going up. Then once he hits that position, if it's greater than 48, he's gonna go left. No, wait, this needs to be X. Else, then we actually reverse this and this goes Y. Okay. And I'm not just going to hammer them all out at once. I want to see if each of these do the right thing. Lovely. When I actually can do math and do the right NPC for the right thing, it actually looks good. Go figure. Okay, so now we're talking Karulums or let's just get these satisfied. Hang on a minute. Cat decided to go on the desk, so she got banished from the room. Okay, so Karulum Zora. All right. Have a good evening, Emily. Thanks for helping me with this. Will do. Will do. Have a good one. Yeah, I guess the stream wasn't exactly what I was hoping it would be. I also wasn't expecting me to do. Okay, bye. Wasn't expecting this cutscene to take this long, which was foolish of me because there's a lot going on in this cutscene. I'm technically. This is probably the most complex part of it, but This is a big precursor to level 8. You get this once you're done with this cutscene. That's when you go off to level 9. So this stream should have technically been like pre-level 9. In fact, I'm gonna do this now. Pre-level 9 cutscene. That's more accurate to what this is. All right. All right, Goron man with his hairdo. All right. So he's on the left side. I'm actually thinking the first dude, we're actually going to have him go to 64. And then the Goron will go next to him. So that'll be 80, which means his X is going to be the same, which is 32. I was just going to hammer out the Conflatos nephew, but I want to make sure his hair doesn't do anything strange. It shouldn't, but, you know. What? Ironically, his hair is the only thing that did the right thing. Alright, what the heck is wrong with this combo, and why is it not the right combo? Oh dear God. Dorado Goron. 58-28. I typoed them. Part of me actually finds that funny. I was tempted to just have it like stay like that, but then once he gets to his position, he's actually the proper dude. I was tempted. I'm tempted to leave that. That was hilarious. Also, the Zor was not correct. So his Y needs to go up one, so that would be 28. What the heck? Wait, 48? That's the issue. This is 48. It changed nothing. Because it's one combo to the right of where he starts. Yeah, so 144. So 176. So 160. 154. 144. 138. It just occurred to me I never modified that. Yeah, that would explain it. His Y is the only problem. I think so, at least. Okay, needs to go up 8. So 146? That doesn't make sense. 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, 112, 128. It should be 128. Yeah, I saw her drag the toy in.
Yeah, she literally dragged the toy.
That's nice. Okay, now he's in the right spot. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe underneath the old guy. I could create some space here, and he goes where the old guy is now. So basically just up 2 combos from where what's his face was. Technically his hair should be 3. Anyway, so second dude. So the X will be the same. He needs to move up to... So 64. Oof. There we go. This should be the whole NPC moving crap. Okay. So he's just facing down, he's just facing right. I was gonna make a note. I'll fix that later. It's like that's a cosmetic issue in my opinion. Hang on a minute. We're gonna make a function out of this because this is just a lot of stuff. Yeah, this is just a lot of stuff. I'd like to move all this out of move this into a function. Oh, shoot. We're gonna actually make these combos global to the script so that I don't need to be passing them around. Just make sure I didn't mess anything up. Okay. There is one more thing I need to do. So each of these only... Now, I'm not going to do this now. Each of these is going to be wrapped with an if. I'll probably leave it like something like this for now. But if you did not interact with any of these NPCs, you will not get them. Like, they won't be here. You didn't do their little side quests, they will not be there. So, logic, fast combo, logic, fast combo, logic, fast combo. Double fast combo because hair. Which honestly, I'm gonna need to figure that out because that's not actually gonna be that easy of a thing to do. Yeah, so I'm not going to tackle that now. I wouldn't want to tackle that now anyway because I need them to be visible. It's easy to establish everything that will exist, and then it's easy to establish everything that will exist and then slowly remove it, then to slowly add it. That gets more complicated. So 1244. So I'll do 1258. All right, and now I have unwritten dialogue, so I don't need to put, it'll all be sequential dialogue, which will help me. Okay, so this is gonna be her doing some talking, basically, hey. In fact, here, why don't I just do this? Well, why don't I just actually write it? Okay. So, what was the first line she did? 1244. If you even think about going on the desk. I feel like I misspelled that. Apparently I didn't. Whoops. Because basically it's like, okay, she's happy that everyone's here to help. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna attack the Necromancer's castle. So like, I'm so honored to have so many brave and selfless people here for the purpose of laying siege on Castle Interior to take down the stop. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Of laying siege on Castle Interior to stop necromancy on Tyrannus and take down the necromancer. This is actually the hard part. Now I need to actually like devise what's being said, because what's being said will obviously relate to the event. I guess I'll say everyone here has a special a special what? What's the word here? Not ability. Has a special task, I guess, to perform when attacking. When during the operation. Going to the desk again. Unfortunately, that is how she's gonna learn. She goes on desk, she gets dropped off the desk. It's operation. At some point, her dialogue is gonna change based on how many NPCs you've helped. So that'll need to get figured out here. Hopefully, with all of us working together, we will successfully take him down, I guess. I don't know. I'm not feeling super inspired right now. I'm also being half distracted. Because someone keeps trying to get on the desk, and I'm not teaching a kitten that it's good to jump on desks. Okay, so that has 58, 59. So now it would be... I mean, technically, this is actually easy. Because the logic I would need to do for this to work actually exists over here. So among these, okay. You have Conflatos Nephew 2, or Conflatus Nephew. So this is his trigger. This is what triggers him. Well, but it's actually when it is triggered, you talk to him, and then it triggers secrets in his room, which then makes him appear in a particular room in the Faithful, which is in the Conflatos Nephew here in particular. But then again, them appearing here doesn't actually mean anything. It's like, you don't need to talk to him. You don't need to interact with him here to change what goes on here. So technically, I have him trigger secrets in the screens you talk to them, which in this case, the Conflatos Nephew is here. Well, I clicked on it perfectly. Yeah, see, Conflatos Nephew. So I just need to check these screens, which, by the way, is actually already being done. Well, actually, it is being done, but where is it being done? Pre-siege NPC. Here we go. A very, very basic script in reality. And it's a generic script. Wait, why do I have Zelda Room? Because pre-siege NPC it's all these, their appearances here. Screen that triggers this. So that's like the nephew's house and whatnot. Why am I checking for Zelda Room state? Oh, I did that ahead of time. This was in anticipation. This isn't actually doing anything yet. This was... Yeah, I think this was a check for when you actually enter this room. So I currently have it set to secrets. It could be a screen D, honestly. So what I could do is back in here at the top of initiates the siege, I can do a set screen D of... Now, didn't I see that screen D of 5 isn't actually... Yeah, it's not actually doing anything. So we're going to set screen D of 5 true. So now back in that other script, it's not going to be this. So it's DMAP screen register. Okay. So DMAP screen register. Literally just replace that. So what's the DMAP and screen? It's not map though. Oh wait, I'm being dumb. It's a Zelda room. So the DMAP... $48. OX2. There. So now that's actually done. Cool. Because that'll make these guys no longer appear once you've gone through, which makes sense because they're not going to be there. They're going to be out doing whatever's going on with the siege. Hang on, I don't hear the kitty. Okay, good. She's not over here. Okay. So now, yeah, okay. It'd be nice to have some variables to know who all is here. Actually, I mean, it would basically be the values passed into these. Have logic that based on who you have gotten. Okay. Each of the side quest NPCs will have dialogue here. In Zelda side quest message. Okay, so that's going to be a special line of dialogue you only get. Okay. So that's just a thing for me to figure out at some point. I could try to figure it out now, but I don't have much time left. I have to be done in 8 minutes. So, everyone says their piece. Let's go back to Zelda. I don't know if you still need to. I think you do still need a wave frame after each message. I'm not sure. So each of the 6 people will have a line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then 67. I don't know what they're saying yet, but it's going to be one line. The way we will get into the castle will be with a hidden cave on the eastern side of the castle. a hidden flooded cave. And he's just out of the castle. And it also just occurred to me that not everyone's got their flippers. Ooh, actually, I have an idea. Aha. You don't actually need flippers. Yeah, this guy's just Blair Witching. Don't mind him. On the desk. Sorry, cat business. Anyway, with your with the help of our magical pirate friend here, with your provided lens of truths, to us, to only us. Wait, hang on. How do I want to phrase this? To a hidden, supposed flooded cave on the eastern side of the island. With the help of our pirate friend here, with your provided lens of truths, to only us, the cave will, of our magical pirate friend here, with your provided lens of truths, you will see the hidden path into the cave. Of course, Link has his flippers. And I could say, well, then the Zora can also swim, but that's conditional. Has his flippers, so he can just swim. That's also implying that no one else is capable of swimming. I'm wiping out this dialogue. This is interesting. It's not interesting. East side of the castle. That cave goes into the castle's dungeons. A perfect launching place for our preemptive strike. Huzzah. Everyone knows what to... The plan is everyone will perform their task, but then I would need to like point out their task. Perform their tasks once inside. And the idea, so the idea is as you're going through the dungeon, you'll see these NPCs doing something. Link, you are by far the most powerful of all of us. You will simply go through the castle. Oh wait, most powerful of us, which is why your task will be to find the Necromancer. So basically beat the boss of the dungeon, you know, standard stuff. Does it add new item types or effects? I'm not sure. It's been so long since I was on 2.55, and I don't know everything that's changed. I don't keep an eye on the change log, so I'm not 100% sure. Unfortunately, I actually need to be done for the evening, but this is a good start. There's really not much left to this cutscene, because much like how I had these people walk in, I'll have them walk out. Or maybe not. No, actually I won't. They won't walk out. You'll walk out, and then you'll walk back in, and everyone will be gone. That'll be super easy to do, because I'll trigger secrets at the end of that script, and all of those NPCs in there will react to secrets, and they just will be gone. Piece of cake. And then yeah, you just enter this cave. Like literally, that's basically it for that cutscene. And then you just go in, and then you lay siege. So yeah, this was a very successful stream, even though it may not seem like I really did much. Started the pre-level 9 cutscene. But yeah, so thank you everyone for hopping on. Jeez, grammar. Yeah, I hope to stream this again sometime soon.